So, in 24 days, I'm running Death by 5K. That is 10 5Ks, or 3.1 miles, over 24 hours. You've got 2.5 hours to finish each loop. So, if you run a 30-minute 5K, you've got 2 hours to rest and eat and hang out, and then go run another 5K. Starts at 8 a.m., finishes at 8 a.m. Technically, it's an ultra marathon because it's further than a full marathon distance, which was not something that I had really considered when I was planning out my races and runs for the year, because we've only done a lot of 5Ks. So I figured, well, this Death by 5K seems like a logical step. So I ran my half marathon. Now I'm going to do this Death by 5K, and then I'll run the full marathon, which that'll be, of course, like 26.2 miles in somewhere around 4 or 5 hours. 24 hours, I think it's something like 30 miles, is the way the math ends up working out. I'm just focusing on the 5Ks themselves instead of really getting the bigger number in my head. Bottom line, I know that I can run a 5K, so if I can just reset, do it over and over again over 24 hours, and hopefully have some really awesome people with me to help keep me on track, no big deal. No big deal. Okay, the camera fell over. I've really been focusing and trying to really lock in on getting my runs done in the morning. Working out and running in the morning has been one of the greatest things that I've ever done in my life. It sets the tone for the entire day, and I'm sure you've probably seen a million things and a million people say how great it is to get your workout and run done first thing in the morning. And it really is. But the days that it doesn't happen, days like today, still make sure to go and get the run in. There's a saying that I've been telling myself. You hear about runners getting things in their heads that they use on longer runs and ultras called a mantra or mantra. And there's one that's come to me in the last couple of weeks that I've been repeating over and over again as I'm gearing up and getting closer and closer to these races that are going to be a considerable amount of effort. And that is that the bare minimum today beats all the makeup work later. And I got to thinking about, in elementary school, I got pretty sick a couple times, but one time in particular was 4th grade, and I missed a ton of makeup work. I want to say it was like 2 weeks worth. And it was towards the end of the school year where there was a lot of like the test prep homework and stuff. And I missed so much of it, and I had to do so much of it at home. It was absolutely miserable. And it kind of came to me the other night. I was getting ready to avoid doing the dishes. And I said, you know what, I'll regret not doing that tomorrow. And that's really what it is. If you don't get your run in today, even if it's a 10-minute run around the block, you're going to regret not putting some of the work in. Even if you can't do your whole 10-mile run that's 2 hours long that you wanted to do or whatever, putting in some of the work is better than nothing at all. I am planning to try and record as much of it as I can and have other people help me record some, because some of the other Death by 5K videos that I found across YouTube have been really, really helpful in seeing how the races are run and how people kind of prep for it and set up their little base camps. It's really cool to see, and I'm excited to set ours up. But as it's been getting closer and closer, I really wanted to start uploading some stuff about it so that it's not just one video when the day comes. So I'll try to upload some more. Check back in for those. Subscribe, like it. I cannot recommend enough. Go and sign up for a race and go and have a great time with it. The 5Ks are a blast. And if you've got any questions, throw them in the comments below, or DM me if you can find me on one of the socials somewhere. And yeah, I'll post more as soon as I get some more recorded. Appreciate you tuning in and seeing what's up with this Death by 5K business. I'll see you later.